Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say that I, Andrew McLarty, a sinner, am sorry. After hearing from several people, I know that there are those who are very frustrated that the church has not opened back up for public worship. And I feel your pain. And I'm going to explain all the reasonings behind our current proposal and where we're going to go with that and all that in just a minute. So stick around for that. But as a way of helping empathize with the frustrations in the church, I figured as a physical representation of people's non-physical emotions and feelings, I would do this apology and explanation while eating this bag of Pocky ghost pepper chips. Now, these are extremely
spicy
ghost pepper chips. So, let me apologize. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, right at first. Oh, the first one is so bad. Okay. So, as you know, we're going to start back with public worship on September 13th. And we're going to have services at 9 a.m. online only and 11 o'clock in person only with a 10 a.m. Christian education hour. Ugh. And that's a really good thing. It's kind of the process that I always envisioned the church would have. It's always the kind of schedule that I thought the church would eventually have. And so it seemed like a good time to start that new initiative on the right foot. And so when my family had to quarantine in early to mid-July, and we pushed back our resumption of worship until at least August 1st, I had some decisions to make. And if you remember, the 1st of August, the entire county and city were in a deep debate over whether it was smart to return to schools August 6th. And so, thinking that schools would return, I pushed our start date back a month because I figured that would help ease people into it. We weren't all doing everything starting up at the exact same time. Also, classically, churches didn't really end from summer until after Labor Day. And that's when you would normally roll out your fall Christian education schedule, all those good things. And let's face it, even though we don't really talk about it in the church, nobody shows up for Labor Day weekend anyway. And so, it made sense to just get everything started on the right foot on September 13th, which gave us a month to really plan and figure out how we were going to do our Christian education hour and how we would have standalone services for the 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Also, once we said that this was going to be our new plan moving forward, it made sense to stick with it. So even as levels have started to level off in Mississippi, even though we still have something like 23% infection rate, I know it's really tempting to come back to church, especially because I know that other churches are starting to meet in person. However, just because all the other churches are doing it doesn't mean it's right for us. It's not a competition churches in the area don't get prizes for first place because they went back to church. And then there's a problem with the schools pushing back to an August 31st start date. That kind of flies in the face of my plan, which was to start a month after schools returned. Now we have the same problem. We're starting back essentially on top of each other. There's like a 2-week difference, but still. So why did I not go ahead and start in-person worship sooner, knowing that the schools were going to come back later? And we could just go ahead and get things started? Well, it's because, frankly, I said we'd start back on the September 13th. We're going to start back on the September 13th. I'm going to stop changing schedules left, right, and up and down. Oh. Woo! All right. The thing is, these taste really good. Man, I forget how spicy these are. All right. So, as you know, since this whole COVID thing started, we've had to adjust the schedule, both online and in person. And frankly, I was just tired of changing the schedule on you guys. I figured here's going to be our rock solid, awesome fall schedule, the one that I always hoped we would grow into. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll give ourselves the time and space to get it ready. Now, was that more time than some people were wanting? Yes, but also if we had started this new schedule sooner, it would have petered along the month of August, because that's still in the thick of summer, and things don't really get pushed and started in the church until after Labor Day anyway. So it just made perfect sense. Don't give a weak, soft opening. Start right ready when you can after Labor Day. So that's why we're starting back in Labor Day. That's why things haven't changed. Yes, I know online can be very frustrating, and you really want to be in person. But I know there's a significant number of people who want to come back to in-person church. I also know there's a significant number of people who aren't ready to do so. And I want to honor and respect both of those populations. Also, it's just good to... I don't even know where I was going to go with that thought. I don't know. Also, regarding Christian education, there's a little bit of confusion about whether it's going to be online only or in person. And remember, we're not going to leave anyone out. So, if the class instructor is going to be doing it in person, then they will be here in the church. And you can come in person and be a part of that. But we will also have a camera with a Zoom conference set up as well. So it'll be a hybrid. I also know one of the other instructors is going to be doing his class from his home via Zoom. But if you're in person here at the church, we will have a computer set up for those people to meet around as well. So there will be an in-person access and an online access for all of the classes. Now regarding EFM, if you haven't signed up for EFM, please contact Emily McClarty to do so. She tells me that the EFM process is best conducted in person and that a Zoom version of EFM would be rather tricky to do effectively, and it would not be very fair to the participants online and also to those in the room. So we're going to try to keep that as an in-person offering. That's the only difference from the Sunday school offerings. But if you are interested in EFM, please contact Emily McClarty. Don't forget, stick around. Keep going to church online. September 13th is going to get here before you know it. Love you guys.